Alright guys, I guess my last video I kind of left out all the tools that you needed for all the oil cooler and stuff, so I guess here we'll go. So definitely gonna need a 10mm socket and wrench to do the intake, to pull the intake bolts for that, the EGR cooler bolts. You'll need probably 11 and stuff for the boost tube for the to get them off, and you'll need, if I'd recommend pulling the fan, so you need the tools for that, which is right here. I just went to the part store. I think they're like 40 or 50 bucks, but it's a fan tool kit, so that gets you that. I do recommend getting these short stubby ratchets for intake and stuff and other stuff on 6.0s, just because. And then definitely to take apart the oil cooler and reseal it and put a new cooler, you're gonna need a T45 to get the oil filter housing off and to pull a couple other bolts on the cooler block, and a T30, and obviously this is gonna be a T27, I think it is, for to take apart all that. And then, so I guess I'll just take this apart real quick. So that should be all you should really need for it, but let's just grab this and this, and I'll take it apart real quick. For just, the customer wanted to know what was in there, how much junk they had in there, so we're gonna take it apart and see. And here we go. Okay. So we need an adapter to take apart all that. Whoa, we're getting the camera everywhere. Alright. Let's see if we can set the camera up somewhere so I don't go.
I'm gonna go help this carry cord. Alright, bye.
There's one down here.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so maybe go back a little bit more, so yeah, okay. And probably need an extension too. So just grab a couple extensions. Okay.
And what are you taking off first?
So right here we're taking off the filter tube so that it's out the way. Okay. Okay, that doesn't want to work.
So and that's what he's pulling off.
It's pretty basic. I mean, I think anybody can do this, but some stuff's harder for certain people, so
just gotta take the patience.
It is what it is. Definitely keep your stuff so you know how it goes back together, kind of. Let's pull this off. Oh, we need that part. Alright.
And now what part are you taking off?
So this is where it goes to the either EGR cooler or delete, if you have a delete on it. Oh, and something else. Yeah, definitely a pry bar might help on some of this stuff, just to help get stuff off. Really? Normally ain't this hard. There we go.
There it goes. Oh.
Still didn't get it out of the way. Fine. Alright, let's set that there.
It always helps to set your parts up in a nice order as you're taking them apart.
So we need this one. I've done these enough that I just pull the bolts because I kind of know where they go. If you don't, just leave them in the housing and
set them up to the side
as you go. Not a big deal, really.
And this video is to help anybody that ends up needing help.
I'm just trying to let you guys know what you need to be able to do this. So,
Make everybody's stuff easier.
what the heck, where we got the spot at?
Boom, up she goes.
Over there. And this oil cooler was rebuilt or resealed and new oil cooler. Probably maybe 33,000 miles, maybe. There's been stuff in all of it, so we need a 13. Okay, so let's pull this all off. Those are 13s for the nuts, and then the bolts are on the other side, which I'll show you in 1 second about that. So,
What do you need?
let me just take it over to this bucket. Try to get some. Oh, got coolant coming out. I just wanted oil in the bucket. Yeah, we're gonna call that good. It's just messy. So now we flip it over. And we got two 13s here.
There's the other one.
Right here. When you reseal it, obviously, you take the seal out, you'll get all these seals in the kit when you buy a kit for it. To me, so I need 2x4 real quick. Right here. I got 2 pieces of 2x4.
So one.
You just set them here. Put them up here. Then we need a 13 1/2 inch because that's more or less what makes it easier to tap this out.
So you're just gonna tap it out right now?
Yeah, so here we go. I did it in the video I did last, but I'm just trying to show it again. And there's the cooler out.
Dropped it out.
There's the cooler out. Now, for me to check.
Messy.
For me to check for the customer what he wants to know is if there was still stuff in it. So I'm just gonna take a magnet.
Try to find all broken metal.
If you're doing this just to do it, it's not necessary. But it don't look like we got much metal in there. Let's check the coolant side.
Oh,
That's where the overheating the oil caused. Right there, all the rust, because these trucks have that many miles, and if nobody's really checked all of it,
oh Jesus,
you just keep getting stuff. So kind of sucks, but that's what happens with these trucks. They don't get maintenance, or they don't get coolant changed or nothing. You just keep getting it, and it'll keep being time for a new one every time you turn around. So that's kind of what it is. Here we go again. We'll see. Yeah, it's just getting balls of it out. So that's what it is. So that was what the customer wanted to know, is if there was still stuff in there. Obviously there is. I told him he needed to flush his coolant again, and probably oil. Coolant side, definitely there's still junk, so I did an external oil cooler on his truck, so the coolant will be on its own, and it has a filter now to filter it. He just needs to redo that probably in 2,000 miles, but this is a common problem on these trucks, so definitely if you want to work on them, that's something you might end up having to do a few of them, unless you go external like I did. But the bulletproof diesel oil cooler is like $2,500, but it does,
it's worth it,
divert your temperatures versus oil being 10 degrees hotter to now when you do the external, it ends up about 10 degrees cooler than coolant. So it's definitely worth it and a good idea, but I know not everybody has that much to spend on it. So you can get aftermarket oil coolers like this for $100, or you can get a Ford one for a few $100. If it's got material, you're gonna deal with having to change it, so that's just what it is. So this is just me kind of updating my last video, trying to tell what all tools you need. So you do need 10 millimeters to pull this off the block. And I guess that's about it. I guess everybody have a great day. This was just a little update on my last video. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
How do I?